Spring brings a time for detox. My name is Shayna, and this is the Divine Flow Lab. In today's practice, we will be setting an intention to let go of what no longer serves us. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and let's get started in a seated position on our mat. Slowly closing the eyes, starting to become one with the breath. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Think of something that you would like to let go of today. Something that is no longer serving you. Continuing to breathe naturally and slowly blinking the eyes open. Let's take a deep inhale and circle the arms up, then taking a twist on the right side, bringing your left hand to your right knee and dropping the right hand behind us. Exhaling into this twist, being sure to be gentle, then releasing and bringing both hands back up and taking a twist on the left side. Releasing the twist and bringing both hands back up, then bringing them down to heart center. Let's come onto a tabletop position. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here, dropping the belly and lifting the tailbone for cow pose, then rounding the spine and dropping the head for cat pose, taking a few rounds on your own breath. Then coming back to a neutral spine. Keeping a generous bend in the knees, let's tuck the toes and lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. Since this is the first down dog of the day, let's bend one knee and straighten the other leg. Take a mental check-in of how you're feeling today, how your body may need to move through this practice. Keeping a generous bend of the knees, then walking the feet up to meet the hands, circling the arms up, and bringing the hands down to heart center. Inhale, circling the arms up. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips or forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands down on the mat, stepping back into plank. Let's lower the knees down, taking a modified version of chaturanga, lowering all the way down to the mat, then pressing ourselves up for cobra. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take 5 breaths in down dog, remembering to be intentional with your practice, reminding you of something that you chose to let go of today. On an inhale, the left leg will lift up towards the sky. Then exhale, pulling the knee into the chest, stepping the foot in between the hands. Let's bring the hands up towards the sky for warrior 1. From warrior 1, let's open up the hands coming into warrior 2. Then dropping that right hand down towards the calf, taking the left hand up and back, reversing our warrior. Then coming back into warrior 2. Let's straighten the left leg and come into revolved triangle, dropping the right hand down towards the mat in front of the left foot and taking the left hand up. If your right hand does not meet the mat today, that's okay. Let's open up the hands again, coming back into Warrior Two. Reversing one more time. Then windmilling the hands down towards the mat, stepping back into our three-legged dog. Taking a breath here, then lowering the foot down towards the mat, coming back into down dog. Shifting forward into plank as we lower all the way down towards the mat, pressing into the palms, coming up into cobra. Tucking our toes, lifting our hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walking the feet up to meet the hands, circling the arms up and bringing the hands down to heart center. Inhale, circling the arms up. Exhale, sitting back into chair pose. Taking one breath here, then straightening the legs, bringing the palms down towards the mat, and stepping back into downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. And on an inhale, the right leg will lift for three-legged dog. Exhale, pulling the knee into chest, stepping the foot in between the hands, coming up into Warrior One. Opening the arms up for Warrior Two. Lowering the left hand down towards the calf. Taking the right hand up and back for a reversed warrior. Coming back into Warrior Two, then straightening that front leg. Dropping the left hand down towards the mat, towards the right foot. And again, if you cannot meet the foot today, that's okay. Wherever the hand falls is perfectly fine. Taking one more breath in revolved triangle, then coming back into Warrior Two. Inhale, coming into reverse warrior. Then exhale, windmilling the hands down, placing them down on the mat and coming back into three-legged dog. Lowering the foot down, coming into downward facing dog. Stepping the feet up to meet the hands, circling the hands up, coming into standing. Inhale, circling the arms up again and sitting back down into chair. Taking one breath here and straightening the legs, coming into forward fold. Stepping back into plank pose, then lowering all the way down towards the mat. Pressing into the palms, coming up into cobra. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Taking one more breath here. On an inhale, the left leg will lift for three-legged dog. Exhale, pulling the knee into chest, stepping the foot in between the hands. And meeting me in Warrior Two. Let's straighten the front leg and turn the toes out towards the side of the room. Taking a deep inhale as we circle the arms up, and exhale, hinging forward at the hips, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, the right hand stays planted down on the mat. Exhale, the left hand reaches up towards the sky. Taking one more breath here, then lowering the right hand down and switching, taking the left hand up towards the sky. And lowering it down. On an inhale, circling the arms up, and exhale, bringing the hands down to heart center. Let's come back into Warrior Two, bending into that front leg and repositioning the hands. Then bringing both hands up for warrior one, bringing the hands down towards the mat and stepping the foot back into downward facing dog. Taking a few more breaths here. Then lowering the knees down towards the mat, pushing the hips back towards the heels and coming into child's pose. Reconnecting with the breath and reconnecting with your intention for your practice here as we begin to wind down. Pressing into the hands, let's come into a seated position on our heels, then making our way down onto our back. Calming our breath down and reconnecting, bringing awareness back to the breath. Let's pull the knees into the chest and take hold of our big toes, opening up the legs for a happy baby. Taking one more deep inhale and exhaling. Pulling the knees into the chest. Taking one more deep inhale and exhale, bringing the heels down towards the mat. Taking our hands along the sides of the body. Shavasana. Begin to slowly bring awareness back into your body, then rolling over onto your right side and coming up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed and bringing the palms to the knees. Remember that anything that is for you will not pass you. So release what is no longer serving you and making you a better version of you. Repeat these affirmations with me. I am letting go of what no longer serves me to make room for new beginnings. Everything is unfolding in perfect timing, and I release the need to worry. Bringing your hands to heart center and gently blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I look forward to a wonderful march with you on our mat. I will see you soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Namaste.